Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I make this rich and creamy strawberry cheesecake ice cream from scratch. Just be prepared to double this recipe because this ice cream will not last long in your freezer. So I'm making the strawberry portion of this first, and I'm starting off with fresh strawberries, but you can use frozen if you have that. And I'm just adding some sugar and a little bit of lemon juice to that. And I'm just gonna cook this over medium heat for about 15 minutes. And essentially what I'm doing is trying to cook out most of the water so I can get to a jam-like consistency. And if you're not a fan of the texture of the whole strawberry pieces in the ice cream, then you can just puree the strawberries first and cook the sauce down that way. Now this is what the strawberries look like after about 15 minutes, and you can see that most of that liquid is cooked out. Then I'm going to transfer that into a bowl to set aside and let it cool while I work on the custard. For the cream cheese custard, I'm going to start off with some milk and heavy cream and a little bit of salt. And I'm just going to bring this up to a simmer over medium heat. While I wait for the milk and cream to simmer, I'm going to whisk my egg yolks and sugar together. And you want to whisk this until you get a pale yellow color and it is a smooth consistency. Now it will be very clumpy in the beginning, but the more you whisk it, the smoother it'll become. Now that the milk and cream is simmering, I'm going to temper the egg yolk mixture. So I'm basically taking a small amount of the cream and I'm adding it to the egg yolk mixture and whisking it together. And this is just going to prevent your yolks from scrambling, because if you add your yolks straight to the hot mixture, they'll scramble. So you have to add a little bit of the hot liquid to bring up the temperature of the yolks so they won't scramble when we add it back to the pan. So now that the egg yolks are tempered, I'm going to add that back into the pan, and I want to bring this back up to a simmer so the mixture can thicken. Now once the mixture is thick like this, we can go ahead and turn off the heat and add our cream cheese. And I'm going to slowly stir this in, and I'm going to break it up a bit and try to mash out any of those lumps. And then I'll go in with a whisk and whisk out any of those large lumps that may be in there. Now that I've got the mixture as smooth as I can get it, I'm going to strain this into a bowl that I have sitting over an ice bath. The ice bath isn't necessary. I'm just doing this because I want to cool down the mixture as fast as possible so I can get it straight into the ice cream machine. Otherwise, you can just strain this into a bowl, cover it with some plastic wrap, and put it in the fridge to cool down. Now that I've got all the lumps strained out, I'm going to add my vanilla extract and stir that in. Now I'm just going to stir this occasionally until the mixture is completely cooled before I add it to my ice cream machine. Here's the custard completely cooled, and as you can see, it's gotten much thicker. And now I can add it to my ice cream machine. And you can just follow the manufacturer's instructions on how to operate your machine. Mine is pretty simple. I just pour the mixture in and then just turn it on. And I let mine go for about 35 minutes until it got to this consistency. And once it got to this point, I went ahead and turned my machine off so I can transfer it into a freezer safe container. I forgot I had some cheesecake pieces that I wanted to add to this. This isn't a necessary step. If you want the extra texture, you can add that. But if not, you can leave it out. The ice cream will still taste like cheesecake. And you could certainly add this in during the churning process, but I forgot I had them. And now the final step is to layer our ice cream. So I'm taking a quart container and our strawberries from earlier, and I'm just gonna layer this with the strawberries and the ice cream. So you can do this however you want, there's no right or wrong way. I'm just adding a little bit to the bottom first, then I'm gonna add some of that ice cream on top, and then continue to layer. Add some more strawberries however you want. You can add a little bit, a lot, then go in with more ice cream and just layer that all the way to the top. This recipe gave me about 1.5 quarts of ice cream. So I'm just putting the remaining ice cream in a pint container and I'm just layering it the same way. Then you can just transfer your containers into the freezer for at least 8 hours to solidify, and then it's ready to serve. If you would like to see me do a no churn version of this recipe, please let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and also let me know in the comments if you are going to try this recipe. The full recipe will be listed in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.